Welcome to the Maverick Nation. Video start. Intro start. In 3, 2, 1. Finally! What you guys have probably all been waiting for, any of you that are actually interested in my content. What if Izuku was Esdeath Part 2? Yes, that's right. Finally, it is here. You guys probably lost faith in me. Like, dude, like, come on, like, when are you gonna release part 2? Like, basically, yeah. Finally, part 2 out for you guys to see. Need a really special time to release part 2. Flash, I'm gone. Holding your crown. Rage, I'll say. Each and every one. Till the score is won. Now let's go. Guys gotta. No, we haven't done the mock battles yet because last thing I remember doing concerning the Esdeath What If is the quirk assessment. So, plus I don't remember anything about mock battles. So, not parts of shit. Part 2 will start with basically, as I was saying, that they're going to be doing some combat training. And then All Might John Cenaing it into the freaking classroom. And, being like, clothes make the pros. So they would find, like, the hero costumes. And everybody would be wondering, like, what's taking Izuku so damn long? And, well, remember how I said Izuku, like, he was going to have the emitter on him at all times on his person? Yeah, well, he kind of has, like, it attached to his hero costume. That there's supposed to be a part where you can attach the emitter to the costume. And that's why he said his was technically unfinished, because he needed to wait for the time whenever you would put it over, like the thing. Like a patch of, like, Velcro or something. Put it on there. And so basically people will be like, why is it taking him so damn long? Basically, Izuku gets finally getting out there, And basically, if you can imagine a male version of Esdeath's costume, not really a costume, it's basically what she just wore in general. If basically you can imagine a male version of Esdeath's, like, clothes as a general, a male version of that, because, you know, female, so you gotta have the room for the bra and shit. But, Izuku is male, so, like, a male version of her, like, traditional general clothing, I guess you could call it that. And basically, you know, yeah, like shortened down to Izuku's size, like, to where everything fits him just right. Because Esdeath, I do indeed believe, is taller than Izuku. So, yes, basically, modified to where it fits just right, and even have the emitter placed. Basically, he would consider it now finished. And, you know, it would be like a male version of, you know, Esdeath's freaking clothing. Like, whenever she was doing her shit, before she ended up, you know, succumbing to ice death. Ironic that the ice user succumbs to ice death. Eh. And basically, when Raw Might says I use the draw like the pairings up for lots. So if people are like lots, basically the first team battle is called up in between A and D. A and D, like teams A and D. Team A being heroes and Team D being villains. Like, All Might would state off the name of the villains: Bakugo, like Katsuki Bakugo, and Tenya Ida. Basically, yeah. Oh boy, a holly jolly Christmas this year. Actually, let's say that it was Katsuki Bakugo and, well, Shoto Todoroki. Just because I want to get a little bit of a double-sided rivalry in there. Actually, Shoto Todoroki is the shit because I said Fem Shoto. Damn it. So I guess Ida would have to be the shit. Shit. Run fast. So, yeah, Bakugo, Katsuki Bakugo, you know, Tenya Ida. And so, basically, Izuku just knows that he's gonna be, you know, paired up to fight Bakugo, but he's like wondering who his partner is. And so they finally call out, like, Izuku Midoriya! And, well, Oh, I just came up with the best idea. If I can't make them fight each other, I'm gonna make them fight with each other. Izuku Midoriya and Shoto Todoroki! And so Fem Shoto is like, it's that 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 stuff you're wearing. It's an honor to work with you. And Izuku's like, wait, because of what I'm wearing, you're freaked out? Jeez. I thought I told you that I was gonna have something like this in my hero costume. And, basically, Izuku would be like, so, yeah. I thought I told you before that I was the nephew of General Esdeath of the Imperial Army. And Shoto's like, well, it's just, you also seem to command authority like her, too. At least from what I've heard the stories, all of them aren't exactly all that happy stories. There was this one kid, Tatsumi. He didn't exactly like Esdeath. However, she was all over him. And Izuku would just be like, Auntie Esdeath, is this true? And Esdeath would just be like, yeah, it's true. And Izuku would just be like, wow, that is one sucky way to die. However, I think that with our quirks, you only seeming to use your ice side, and well, the fact is that I only have an ice side. An ice side. You have two different sides, I have one side. Take a good guess at what that side is. And then Shoto would be like, whoa, no way. And Izuku would just be like, yes way. My little buttercup. And, Shoto would just be blushing all over, like Femme Shoto would just be blushing all over. Jesus Christ, this kid is so damn attractive. And so, yeah. Izuku basically making it obvious, like, who he's freaking attracted to, and who he's not, seeing as everyone else seems to just get a stare from him. One of the signature cold stares of a battle heavy, battle torn soldier come out fresh out of Nam. And so, yeah. Basically, Izuku would say pretty much the same thing that he says in every What If, like, Bakugo's gonna come after me, and so you should probably go up, get the bomb. And Shoto's like, I have a better idea. Since I'm not going to let anyone hurt my precious little, icicle. They come up with like own little title like names for each other, just like funny names. Keeps on calling her like freaking Buttercup, and so he keeps on getting called an icicle. And basically, Femme Shoto goes on like says, I don't want anyone to hurt my little icicle. we are both staying down here, and we're going to get rid of Bakugo together. And the bomb, that will just be an afterthought. And Bakugo's like, I'm right here! And Izuku's like, see? And, Shoto wanting to flaunt about, like Femme Shoto wanting to flaunt about her freaking ice powers, would want to flash freeze the room. Bakugo would just send explosions like 360 degrees, like breakdance explosion, just burn everything, like melt it all down. And basically make maneuverability very hard for Femme Shoto, as she would slip straight into one of Bakugo's explosions. And Izuku would be like, shh, shh, and just encase her in ice and be like, tisk, tisk. It wouldn't be very nice of me if I just let my little buttercup get hit by that little excuse that you call an explosion. I've seen firecrackers that have done much more damage than you. And Bakugo is just like, oh yeah! It's just like, runs straight in there and is like, yeah! And so Izuku's just like, oh my god. Ice cavalry. Like a bunch of ice cavalry dudes would just pop up in front of the explosion. And dudes that got hit with the explosion would even tank it. Much to Bakugo's disbelief, if you know what I mean. They're basically Bakugo is just like, what? You're made out of ice. How did you? Izuku would basically just be like, oh boy. Femme Shoto, you can be unfrozen now. Shoto, you can be unfrozen now. Femme Shoto would just like, you never told me just how cold your ice really was. It literally felt like it was the Ice Age again. And Izuku was like, oh, thanks for the compliment, princess. My little buttercup. He would just be like, but it wouldn't be like a taunting laugh. It would be like he's slowly going insane laugh. Because, Izuku's like, you tried to hurt my little buttercup. And I'm not going to let you do that again. I'm going to break you till there's nothing left. Until the only thing left of you is condemned memories from the darkest depths of hell. And he would basically just be like, and just basically motion all of them to get their weapons ready. Be like, steady, out. And they're they would just charge at Bakugo. And there's 10 of them, and 5 of them pierce Bakugo so hard, and they charge straight into a wall. So Bakugo's basically stuck into a wall. And the other 5 are awaiting orders from their, commander. And Izuku's just like, you can end it now. And basically, the other 5 just go slowly and, start to pick apart Bakugo like vultures. And, beat at him even though he's already stuck by a bunch of ice weapons. And finally, just like Stone Cold Steve Austin in WrestleMania 13, would literally cave from the pain. Damn it, wrestling references. Damn it. Damn it. So basically, Izuku's like, now that we've assured that he can't ever hurt you again, my little buttercup, or at least in this situation. Now, we deal with glasses. And you know, like shit, Shoto can kind of see the bloodlust. You know, like channeling, and like she sees a button on the emitter. She presses the button, and Esdeath pops out. Esdeath is like, huh? What? When? Where? Why? And it's like, oh, that's all the W's. Chill. It's just like almost about to hit him with something like ice, and then she realized, oh, cavalry. And basically just throws it at them, and they all shatter automatically. And that's basically when Fem Shoto figured out just how powerful, like, even as just a projected, like, construct, how powerful Esdeath really was. And apparently still is. And, you know, just like, so wait, that thing's an emitter? And Izuku's just like, huh, wait, what? Anti-Esdeath? Someone pushed the button, didn't they? I was releasing too much bloodlust. And basically, like, Esdeath would be like, yeah, and you even had me worry there for a second. Before I realized about the whole cavalry. You were trying to kill that kid, weren't you? And Izuku's like, in what way? And, you know, basically gets confused looks from, like, Fem Shoto. And, you know, it's just like, Esdeath is like, you were trying to kill his spirit, weren't you? And Izuku's like, well, caught me red-handed. I hate him that much. Yes, indeed I do. However, seeing as you're around now, you can help Fem Shoto not get killed. And, well, I'll just take care of glasses myself. And without even a word said from either of them before they could even say anything, just, like makes a stream of icy winds that shoots him up into the air. And you'd be like, oh, hey, glasses. Bye, glasses. And then just shoots, like, straight towards Ida. And Ida, before he can even think about, like, activating his quirk, he just gets, like, there's, like, windows behind him. And so he just kind of gets, like, grab it, like, and you just get launched straight through the window with Izuku, like, still holding him, and be, like, revealed to be an ice clone of Izuku. And, you know, the actual Izuku will be up there, like, waving, and then, like, touch. Here's a one, but, you know, you're gonna kill that kid. And it's like, Auntie Esdeath, can you please take care of the problem? Because apparently, what I did was a problem. And Esdeath is like, you're still releasing bloodlust. And Izuku's like, okay. Fine. Sheesh. I didn't know having a fun time was such a crime. You know, Fem Shoto was kind of like, damn, he's so strong, yet so unhinged at the same time. Maybe I could help him. And, you know, she wouldn't realize this, but she'd actually be saying this, kind of whispering it, only thinking that she was thinking it, but, you know, she was actually kind of whispering it too. And Izuku was close enough to the stairs by the time that that Femshoto was whispering all this, that he could hear her, like, every word, and be like, how about I help you with not being such a scaredy cat about your, freaking fire? Oh no, did I touch a nerve? And, Femshoto would be like, how the hell do you even? And Izuku's like, trust me, whenever I looked into your father's eyes, I not only saw the most pathetic piece of trash I could ever think of at the moment, but I saw why he was the most pathetic piece of trash I could ever think of at the moment. Saw why he was. And you even had an older brother named Touya, Todoroki. Apparently he's dead? Oh, are you going to be surprised whenever you figure out about that? And Shoto's like, what the hell do you mean? Basically, he'd just be like, oh, well, that's for a later time, anyways. Well, I guess you could say hatred is a very strong power. However, it can be used both in the right and wrong ways, and in the right and wrong hands of the right and wrong people. So, I direct my hatred to where it hurts the most. I know about Touya, and I know where he is. I know everything, because I was able to see through his eyes. Whatever I was able to see, well, sparked something inside my head. More of a headache, but that's why I was a little delayed on picking up the phone whenever you called. I had a major headache whenever you called, so it was kind of hard to focus on, talking to someone without, losing my shit. And I wouldn't want to do that to my little buttercup now, would I? And, well, with all this information I got just through looking at his eyes, I was able to see what really happened. He was training with his quirk. However, it overcame him and spread through the household like a wildfire gone mad. However, even though it did overcome him, not in the way that you would think. Of course, fires were blazing everywhere, especially on his body. However, at this point, he had become, in a way, like Endeavor, with this resistance to fire. His special cremation quirk, he had even a resistance to his own quirk. And it was by this outraging fire in which he did it. Gained this resistance to his own flames. However, after everything, even after doing some spying on you and Natsuo and Fuyumi, and even hearing about Mother Dearest in her situation, that's whenever the rage truly came out in the full glory of flame. Cremation of flame. His flame. So don't you go over there and dare say to me that you won't use your father's fire. Because if Dobby can use a fire that's his own, your fire, you should know well enough, is your own. So, well, basically, anything after that, I kind of stopped paying attention to, seeing as I already knew, Touya still out there. There might be a chance you could meet him again. Though, I'd prefer me be with you whenever that happens. Never know what could happen, the way Touya feels towards his own family. What a shame. If only Endeavor wasn't a walking human piece of trash, maybe I would feel sorry for him. But Endeavor is indeed a walking piece of human trash. So I'm not sorry for him. Sorry, not sorry. And, well, Shoto would be like, so you share my sentiment about my father. And basically, I was like, everything is reciprocated, basically. And now that I know about Touya, oh my god, well, what do I do now? And Izuku's like, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Besides, I think I know a little something to calm you down, my little buttercup. And, being reminded about that little nickname kinda snaps, Them Shoto back to reality. Up goes gravity. Mom spaghetti! And so basically just, be like, yes, my little ice cube. And he was like, I've always preferred the whole ice, like, yes, my little ice cube. And, I've always preferred the name Popsicle ever. Yeah, basically, ever since I heard it for the first time from Auntie Esdeath. And Shoto would just look at him like, dude, me and your Auntie Esdeath are two different people. And, Izuku would get like, fine. My Auntie Esdeath calls me her little popsicle. You call me, freaking Ice Cube. Which, probably offend a lot of rappers. And if you know what I meant by that, then good for you guys. Also, the whole buttercup thing. Blossom! Buttercup! Like, Bubbles! Blossom! Buttercup! And they are the Powerpuff Girls, whatever. And that's what I meant by that. Anyways, basically it's like, so my little ice cube, what exactly are we going to do? And Izuku's like, no, basically what we are going to do for our first date. In a while, like quite a while, if you know what I mean. Giggity. And, Fem Shoto would think about it and will just be like, yeah, it has been a while since we've, you know, a little bit of the nasty. And, Izuku would be like, uh, so, yeah, basically, the emitter would be turned off, and Izuku would just be like, so yeah, I have a girlfriend. I've had a girlfriend for quite some time, but we've never, like, serious date. So, yeah, that's kind of what I'm preparing to do, if you were wondering. Before Inko could even ask any questions, that's basically what Izuku says to her. And Inko is like, well, who's your girlfriend? And Izuku just has this big ass smile on his face, and it's like, you might remember me calling them, um, Buttercup before? And then it would just be like, freaking Inko would just, like, freaking faint. And, Izuku would be like, Jesus Christ, what is wrong with Mom? Anyway, it's just just a date. So, yeah, let's do this. And so the date would happen, and, little fiasco, whoever Endeavor would call, and be like, Shoto, where are you? Blah, 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 blah. And then Shoto would just answer back with, I'm with the Midoriya kid. And then Endeavor would just be like, oh, sorry about that. Can you tell him I'm sorry about that? Before he, like, kills me? Please? And Shoto, even though she really doesn't want to, does indeed do what her father said. Like, does indeed tell Izuku that Endeavor's sorry for saying what he said. It's just like, my dad's sorry for saying what he said. And Izuku's just like, no problem, just as long as he doesn't keep on doing it until my patience were thinner than the Buddha after the third time. That's a little Naruto Shippuden reference. And so basically Endeavor would have heard that and been like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Yeah, so yeah, if you can't tell, the change in tone is Endeavor is, like, scared of all of the Midoriyas. Because he knows that, like, if Izuku were to ever figure out that he, like, did anything that he didn't like, he would indeed die. So, yeah. I guess that clears up everything for now. GG no Re. Doses. Different outro for different video. Bye.